Dame luncheon before the ND Maryland game in 2012. He is currently attending Purdue to be a social studies teacher and is coaching his kids in multiple sports. He also, if any of you were here last year, remember John Masson, he actually rode the Chicago Marathon with him in 2012, I believe was the year. Also hand cycling the race is Chris Rust, who just made the 2017 Air Force Wounded Warrior team. He'll be competing in the 10K hand cycle, compound archery, and air pistol competitions during the 2017 Warrior Games. Thank you both for your service and for leading off the race. Thank you also to Team Joe, who is here for the third year. They're here in honor of fallen Navy diver Joe Vandernoven. You can tell how special Joe was just by seeing the enthusiastic support and turnout from Team Joe. We have over 40 people walking for Joe today on campus, with another 20 participating in our virtual race. Team Joe also set and met a goal to raise $5,000 for the Gary Sinise Foundation this year. They're an absolutely incredible and amazing group, and we love having them here. Thank you so much again for being here, and thank you, Jill, for coordinating all of their efforts. If you're from Team Joe, can you guys raise your hand? There we go. There's Team Joe. Thank you guys again for being here. And I know that I've been doing a lot of talking, so I'm going to take this opportunity to hand it off to Billy now. Billy Wagasse is here as an ambassador for the Gary Sinise Foundation. He's also a Notre Dame alum and played outside linebacker and special teams under Coach Lou Holtz from 1992 to 1996. After Notre Dame, Billy graduated from Pepperdine Law School, and following the attacks of September 11th, he enlisted in the Navy and became a U.S. Navy SEAL in 2003. He completed 4 combat tours, 3 in Iraq in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom, and 1 to Afghanistan in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. We are grateful to have Billy here today to share his inspiring life story and the difference the Gary Sinise Foundation is making in the lives of veterans across the country. Billy is also the reason that this race even exists, as his support and encouragement as the Director of Programs Outreach, the Gary Sinise Foundation, our first year of this race, was absolutely invaluable. So please help me give a warm welcome to Billy Wagasse.
Thank you. Thank you, Lauren. How's everybody doing? Good? Awesome. Great energy. I came from Los Angeles. I was packing really quick, because in the military we know how to pack really fast, you know. Gathered some intel. The weather in South Bend, 70 degrees, great. Threw my deal, I'm going to grab a pair of shorts, and that's about it. And I get off the walk outside. I'm like, seriously, people? I'm like, cool. But anyway, really, I just want to talk about a couple things. Number one, thank you all so much for coming out here today. Gary Sinise, who started the foundation, many of you know him from the movie Forrest Gump. He's been helping veterans for over 30 years. I'm not going to go through everything, but even though he never served in the military, he's got family members that go back to World War I, the Korean War, World War II, and on his wife's side of the family, 4 members that all served in Vietnam. It was through these stories and these sharing of their experiences when he would visit with them that galvanized his heart and spirit in the early 80s to help veterans, and he's never taken a step back. 2011, he founded the Gary Sinise Foundation after doing multiple USO tours and handshake tours out to Iraq and Afghanistan. Met the first surviving quadruple amputee and said, hey, I'm going to build you a home. Since then, I believe the homes are going up so fast now, but I believe it was around 28 or 29 homes that we've built so far. And as a director of Veterans Outreach at the Gary Sinise Foundation, I got to meet a lot of the veterans, form strong relationships with them and their families, and see how these homes changed their life. So Lauren mentioned Michael Frazier, just a heartwarming story. He married his nurse and from the hospital. They're doing great. They just welcomed their second child, and Michael went through some bone lengthening processes, and he sent me a video about 2 weeks ago of him taking his very first steps. So it was very heartwarming. So as Lauren mentioned, once the ground is broken, the home usually goes up in about 8 to 10 months, so pretty quick. So it'll be a great home dedication ceremony, and Lauren, I hope you can make it out there for you, and if anybody else can, it'll be out there in Chapel Hill. I want to just say about Lauren. So she reached out when I was at Director of Veterans Outreach. We get so many emails. So that email could have gone anywhere. They sent it to me. They saw some that it was Notre Dame, and I was reading it. It was very passionate, but we get a lot of passionate emails, people that want to help the foundation. I look down, I'm thinking she's like a junior or senior at the university. I look down, it's like class of 2018, I believe, right? So I was like, I called her up, I go, are you in high, where are you? She's like, I'm a senior in high school. I'm like, all right. But, so, you know, it was kind of like, well, is this really going to come to fruition? And really, it was Lauren. Lauren became basically the litmus test of it at the foundation. How anybody who reaches out, she set the standard of what we look for, and she set it extremely high. So I just got to give you all the credit, Lauren, for putting this together, for galvanizing everybody and going out there. In helping our wounded warriors, I want to share with you a quote. Jacob Schick, who's one of my good friends, he's also in the movie American Sniper, playing one of the, he's an actual Marine who was wounded in 2003. But he said to me, personally, when we were having a conversation one time, he goes, I think I know something about physical pain. He goes, physical pain will let you know that you're alive. He goes, and the mental anguish that will come with your injuries will challenge you to stay that way. So I think it's so important at the Gary Sinise Foundation. It's all about community. It's all about the community surrounding those veterans, reaching out to those veterans, and having those veterans reach back out to the community. It makes us a stronger community, a stronger nation. So I can't thank you enough for all coming out here to support Matt and Chris, supporting the Gary Sinise Foundation, the work that we're doing. You guys are making a huge difference in their lives. So thank you all for coming, and have a great race.
All right, thank you, Billy. And now I can see that a bunch of you are in shorts, so I'm sure that you guys want to get started. So we're going to get started now. I'm just going to hand it off to Todd, who's going to give you some last-minute advice. And just really quickly, if you're doing the 10K race, when you come around for your first lap to go onto your second lap, make sure you take the right at the split up there. There's going to be somebody up there directing you. Make sure you take the right so you go around. Otherwise, you're going to finish and somehow have 3-minute miles. It's not going to be good. You know, I know you want the prizes, but don't do that. So I'm going to hand it off to Todd, and he's going to give you last-minute directions.
Morning, everybody. I'm Todd Henderling from T&H Timing. I just want to say very quickly, we time about 200 events a year. And I will tell you that this young lady, Lauren, is one of the best race directors that I work with. In order to put on an event like this and do it as seamlessly as she does is fantastic for someone of any age, but there's always a job for you at T&H Timing, Lauren, if you're interested. Real quickly, a couple of points that matter. One, we're going to be recording your start time, so your race will start when you cross the start mats. So no need to push or shove. Take your time. As soon as you cross the start line, that's when your race will start. Second, make sure your bib number is on your front, visible, and we see it at the start, at the finish. If the mats can't see your number, you may not record a time. So make sure that we can see that. Don't cover it up with your arm. Don't set your watch when you're going across the mats. Wait till you've cleared the timing zone before you cover up that and start setting your watches. Third, if you signed up for the 5K, please run the 5K. If you signed up for the 10K, please run the 10K. Make that turn and make that switch. If you signed up for the 10K and you only run 5K, like Lauren said, you will have a 3-minute mile. And guess what? I will disqualify you with a smile on my face. Okay? So I'm going to have you,